Hi, Democrats. Today is Monday, April 5th. Happy Monday. It's time for the Chair's Daily Live, and I got a couple of things to talk about. So I'm going to start out with bills, elected, and elections, right? The things I want to cover every day. So first, the bill I'd like to discuss is SB 634, right? This bill, first of all, is anti-union. And it basically, for every state job, it's trying to require that if you have your union dues or any political donations or professional fees deducted from your check, that every year you have to sign a new disclaimer saying that you know that you don't have to be a member of any of these organizations. If someone signs up for the union, I think they know they signed up for a union. Anyway, so I urge you to reach out to your legislators, be it your state rep, your state senator, be them Republican or Democrat, reach out to them and urge them to vote no on SB 634. They're trying to break up unions, particularly the teachers union. And I don't know why our state legislator insists on fighting with educators, but it feels like that is their plan. So that's the bill of the day. Electeds. I want to focus on reminding you, this is your daily reminder, that all of our federally elected our congressional representation, all 5 of our congressmen and both of our congresspeople and both of our congressmen voted against the stimulus package. So if you are taking that $1,400 and putting it away for savings, catching up on bills, putting it away for something you plan to do a little bit later, remember that if it were up to our delegation, you would not have gotten it. Just a reminder, because I don't want you to forget. And then elections. Today is Monday the 5th. Tuesday the 6th is the election I've been talking about for months. We have school boards and municipal elections all over the state. And then we also have a special election in Edmond, Yukon, Piedmont, and part of Oklahoma City to elect a state senator. This is our opportunity to get another Democrat in the state legislature. And our candidate in that race is Molly Wooten. She has been working her little legs off all over my Facebook feed because I don't live in the area. All of her people have been posting their support and evidence that they've been out. We need to make sure that people know that they need to show up and vote for Molly Wooten. So if you know somebody who lives in Edmond and you're like me, you don't live in Edmond, but you know somebody, make sure they know that they need to vote for Molly. The person that she's running against was in support of the insurrection, is not affirming of our LGBTQIA neighbors. We have enough of those at the Capitol. That slot's filled. We need someone who is a thinker. We need someone who has compassion for their neighbor, and that's Molly Wooten. So that election, if you did not do an absentee ballot, if you did not take advantage of early in-person voting, you still can vote tomorrow from 7 to 7. Please, 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 if that's your district, show up and vote. I want to thank Edmond Democratic Women, Stuart Schofield, Canadian County Democrats for all the work they've done in that election. And I know that there are more people, and I don't want to leave you out, but I do want to give a shout out to those groups because I know the work that they've done. If you haven't already, go ahead and request your absentee ballot for the rest of the year, because some of these elections, like I live in Tulsa, and there are school board races, and literally like 3 miles east of me, they have an election. I don't. I know that because I do this, but I also know that because I didn't get an absentee ballot mailed to my house because I already signed up for the absentee ballots for the rest of the year. I'm going to encourage you to go out there, do it. It's free. Go out to the state election board, sign up for them, and they'll just send them to your house a month before the election. You have enough time to do your research and encourage other people to vote the way that, for the candidate that you picked. All righty. So I usually do my name them and shame them at the top of my live, but I wanted to save this one because it's going to wear me out, and I want to go out on this note. I'm going to kind of name and for sure shame our former president. I'm going to kind of name him because you know who I'm talking about, but I don't want to say his name. But I want to fully shame him because I'm sure you guys have seen the reports like I've seen the reports. His campaign had to refund $122 million of ill-gotten campaign donations. $122 million of ill-gotten campaign. So what they did was they, through deceptive practices, were able to collect donations from people who didn't mean to donate. So somebody meant to do a one-time donation of $500. Wow. But let's pretend like that's real. That's a real thing that happened. This person meant to give a one-time donation of $500. Well, they had it written on white background with yellow lettering, mixed in with a lot of capital letters and all this kind of stuff, that basically they made it recurring, weekly recurring. Or they made it a monthly recurring when they weren't expecting it. So somebody meant to give $5,000 and they ended up giving $2,000. That's shameful and disgusting. He overcharged seniors. He overcharged the disabled. He overcharged people on a fixed income. I'm not on a fixed income, but I know how much money I intend to spend. And if I donate $500 to a candidate, first of all, I've come into a lot of money. But if I donate $500 to a candidate, I need to donate $500 to that candidate. And if I decide I want to donate again next month, I want to do that. But don't trick me into signing up for recurring donations. It's shameful. I mention it because it wasn't, the former president didn't go knocking on people's doors and pull it out of their pockets. People did sign up for donations, but they signed up through an alternate portal that was managed by his campaign management team. And a lot of our Oklahoma legislators use that same portal. And so I'm going to encourage you that if you're a Republican who happens to still be listening after I've talked for 7 minutes, I want to encourage you that if you're donating through WinRed, that you check and make sure that you only check the recurring donation boxes that you want to, because the former president's campaign is not the only campaign in this cycle who had to give back money to people who donated to Republican candidates. Just want to say that. I'm not accusing any of our legislators. Hear me. I am not accusing any of our legislators, but I'm telling you to be careful and check it out. All righty. So that's the big stuff I want to talk about. I talked about Molly Uden earlier today. I want to, for those of you who somehow are still on the fence or you just like to hear Molly speak, she's joining Scott Hamilton this evening on the Hamilton Report at 7 p.m. That's going to be on our Facebook page and our YouTube page. And you get to hear why I'm championing Molly, why I believe so much in Molly. You get to hear it from her own words, how great she is, actually. She won't say that she's great. She'll just tell you, you'll get that she's great based on what the things that she says. So that's tonight at 7 o'clock, either on Facebook or YouTube. Okay, Democrats. All righty. You guys have a great day, and I'll be back tomorrow at 4:15.